This next project is titled Inhabit, to suggest a place of dwelling for the future inevitable climate refugees seeking safety from inadequate outdoor conditions due to pollution, toxins, and particulate matter from the global climate crisis. The goal of the project is to design a housing and community grid in El Segundo, California, that is safe from pollution of the nearby refinery, the city, and its freeways, all while analyzing the wind direction and pollution levels, providing clean energy, cleaning the air, and providing public space. These things will be done through direct air capture, titanium dioxide, and nuclear small modular reactors. The site is located near the El Segundo coast among industrial operations for aviation and petroleum, and it is the second refinery built by Chevron. Though it does a lot of good for the area, the Chevron company is known as one of the largest corporate polluters in the world, and this refinery is located right next to residential areas, with coastal winds pushing the toxins into all of these neighborhoods. On a site just east of the Chevron refinery, a vacant lot between the Douglas train station and other train tracks, a style transfer application was used to sample other grid site patterns to provide a gridded site layout for which will determine the location of building masses and breaking up of the site. Buildings were then formed using a Python script to arrange the previous grid elements into masses from the footprints of the samplings of the style transfer sites. Once the masses were formed, wind direction was used to determine where the impact on the masses can either carve wind tunnels or provide a placement for the air capture systems. The remaining carving is done by the AI-generated site, forming the building into a vessel-like object with the angled chunks on the west helping to guide particles from wind to the absorbent structure. Its formal composition takes on a neo-brutalist demeanor for its fusion of rigid raw building materials, lightweight frames, and developing technologies within the anthropogenic climate crisis epoch. The grid structures, which penetrate through the whole building, act as filters from the exterior, while the interior converts them to piping systems with healthy, breathable air able to grow plants through hydroponic systems. The wind tunnel is able to go all the way through the building, but the air is still kept clean through the structure's titanium dioxide material, which is able to absorb smog and other harmful particles, acting as a protective barrier to the living space on the other side. Not only does it clean the air for its interior, its absorbent nature also cleans the air around it, making the whole neighborhood of El Segundo safer from poor climate conditions. What type of world can we expect if humanity fails to address the climate crisis? A post-apocalyptic world with drones being necessary for mode of delivery to avoid going outdoors, cities filled with smog, high amounts of cars and traffic, ubiquitous forest fires, and other natural disasters. The aforementioned site hints at a future housing typology that is forced to sit amongst carbon capture fields and incorporate pollution absorption technologies due to climate disasters getting out of hand. This bunker-like shell separates the uninhabitable surroundings and its survivor inhabitants. In this particular housing typology, the building's air filtering methodologies make it, in theory, the only way buildings could be open to outdoor air due to its detoxifying nature. The pollution that is captured by these materials is harvested to be converted into resources like plastics, fuels, inks, and more. Landscapes in this futuristic world are either unable to grow due to extreme conditions, or they are so polluted that the only way to grow nutritious food is indoors, within filtered, clean hydroponic systems. In order to avoid a possible future like this, utilizing carbon capture now can help protect the land and atmosphere in which we inhabit. Carbon capture should not be an excuse to not reduce fossil fuels. That would make it the Band-Aid analogy that Bill Gates described. Rather, it is a necessary tool amongst many other carbon-reducing methods to help heal the damage that has been and will continue to be done.